Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the Æther-Tech Wars. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM for this Pathfinder 2e campaign, and joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Delioth, John, and Junior. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
So good at that. Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the sponsor for this campaign, XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or putting a picture as the background instead. That's what I do. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. Now, this week we are back with another episode of Magi Knight's Awakening. It's kind of crazy right now as a sniper, just tried to take out the Herald and almost accidentally killed the entire party. So they now have to deal with that, which is always going to be a scary thing. Now, you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody_TV. And that's it. That's all of our announcements. So join us as we return to the world of Loroupa and journey with a group of Pathfinders who have unwittingly found themselves embroiled in the Æther-Tech Wars. And we're back. So you should know by now how we do our recaps. I offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for one free reroll to whoever does the recap, which includes me. And I actually have quite a few of them stacked up right now. I have more villain points than hero points, so probably me having that coin ain't a smart thing. But you never know. Maybe somebody's going to let me have it. Who wants to do the recap this week?
I think I got it this time.
Okay, then. Well, Draven, tell us what happened last time on the Æther-Tech Wars.
All right. To set the scene currently, Draven is still in the tub writing a letter to their mentor for this. Dear Owen, hello again. It's me, your favorite apprentice. I hope all is well back home. I haven't heard from you yet, but that's okay. I do apologize if my letters get there all at the same time. I'm just very excited about venturing life. This past day has been quite exciting. After a tough fight with the Manticore, my friends and I came back to the tavern for some much-needed rest. I was unfortunately covered in what remained of the Manticore and sand, so I went and took a bath. I don't know if you know this, but soaps can come scented. Anyways, I was cleaning up, and I guess my friends had a bit of a rough introduction to some of the mill workers. I heard a ruckus downstairs and went to investigate. It looked like a bar fight had started. Don't know how, don't know who did it, not my business. But I went to assist my friends, and it wasn't my proudest moment. I did not do well, and I also showed up in a robe. But that was the only thing I had in the moment. Anyways, perhaps it was the fancy shampoo or the lotion, but I did not have a good time in combat. And neither did the bar owner, Magaloy. Poor thing took a good right hook to the face and, well, she went down. But by the time combat was done, the leader had his ear shot off while the other left sobbing and another was hugging my friend Kikiro. I don't know what happened. I'm still kind of confused by the whole thing. The next day, we kind of spent shopping, running errands. I got my shield fixed, and then I hung out with Tom and Morbiland. We also met up with the mayor, who we told all about our hunt for Zormander and the ship he seemed to escape on. She offered us quite a bit of money to stay in town for another day. So we agreed, and we will be meeting with people from the Conclave. Hopefully they will be able to have better luck than we did with the gnome. But that's all for now. Anyways, tell everyone I said hello. Your favorite apprentice, Draven.
Very well done. There you go. There's the random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it, though. It only lasts this session. Okay, well, Pathfinders. You are currently still in the village of Woodpine, which is a small logging and fishing community located on the southern end of the barony of Coltrast. You've met with the mayor, like you've said, and you've been paid for the work you've done, and you have some gold burning a hole in your pocket. You've also been given an extra night at the inn, since you've agreed to stick around and wait for the senior conclave group out of Coltrast City, so you can show them what you've discovered underneath the village of Woodpine. That group, like you've said, is supposed to be arriving at some point tomorrow afternoon. So you've basically got a day to do whatever you want to do. So with that in mind, Pathfinders, what do you want to do?
Well, currently, because you said the shield would take 2 days, right? Or is it just a single day?
I think it was going to be fixed tomorrow evening.
Okay, so I still got time, so I'm not going to worry about that. I think, honestly, Draven's still pretty going to take it kind of chill. Start the morning with normal rituals, prayers, things like that. Probably help see if Magaloy's okay, do what he can around the tavern, but pretty chill day for me.
Fair enough. Does anybody have anything specific that they want to accomplish before meeting with the Conclave members? No?
I would try to identify this unusual eyepiece again, if I can.
I believe you can do that once a day? Like, you can't do it again for 24 hours, so probably you would be doing that the next morning while waiting for the Conclave people, which is totally fine. You need me to pop that out for you again?
Possibly, probably.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, hey, it's actually adding my bonuses this time.
Nice.
It's awesome. Alright. I rolled that number.
You rolled that number. That is a 21, which is a success. Cool. So what you've discovered is that the thing that you have there is a crafter's eyepiece.
Crafter's eyepiece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a rugged metal eyepiece etched with square patterns and is designed to be worn over a single eye. Twisting the lens reveals a faint three-dimensional outline of an item you plan to build or repair with helpful labels on component parts. So this gives you a +1 item bonus to crafting checks, and when you repair an item, increase the hit points restored to 10 plus 10 per proficiency rank on a success of 15, or 15 per proficiency rank on a critical success. So it's pretty good for you.
Yeah. Xaz is thrilled about this. one, if not all of the party members, might see him kind of prancing around with a new monocle.
All you need to do is get them a top hat and a curly mustache.
Got it. They've also got goggles just on their forehead with this monocle on. So they're living the dream.
Absolutely. I seem to be a bit low, so bear with me 1 second. Okay, I think that looks a lot better now. There we go. Anywho, yeah, the rest of, if nobody has anything else they really need to accomplish that day, you all just kind of have a lazy day about town. Have breakfast at the Crow's Cask. You can spend some day just wandering about, looking at the various shops and whatnot in town. Other than that, you just kind of chill. Eventually, it is getting towards late afternoon to early evening, and as you were meant to go head to the bridge at the north end of town. That's where you're told to meet them, and so you start making your way there. And as the sun is just starting to slowly descend over the horizon, it's about 5 o'clock or so in the evening. You spot 3 individuals. Well, actually what happens is they just appear right there at the edge of the bridge. Zap! And in a poof of smoke that kind of wafts away from them, you see 3 individuals in total. The first is big. They are actually quite big. Not tall, they're just only about 5.5 feet tall, but wide, built like a brick. This individual appears to be a giant humanoid turtle, wearing a gi robe. They have a dark black belt around their waist, which covers their shell and everything. They have bright purple beads hanging from their neck, and a headband that they wear over their brow, which shows a single symbol that none of you immediately recognize. This turtle person is accompanied by 2. The next individual is a man of slender build. You recognize them to be a high elf. Long, thin ears, pale skin, long golden hair that's kind of drapes back from their forehead downward along their back. It's actually quite long. He seems very, very thin, almost effeminately so. Long tapered hands covered with rings on almost every finger. They wear these very bright white robes that just are trimmed in gold and seem very, very elaborate, almost as though they're dressing to impress no matter where they are. They have a circlet around their forehead as well. And then the third individual that you see is a gnome man. This individual has shocking purple hair that kind of crowns around his head, and then he has bright, thick mutton chops on the sides of his face. His ears are large, his nose is large and bulbous. He has a long weapon very similar to the one that Malachi has, except it's almost as long as a walking stick or a staff that he just kind of has draped over his shoulder with one arm just kind of holding on to it, just kind of resting against his shoulder as the 3 of them appear. The gnome kind of looks around quickly once the dust settles and kind of steps forward with that weapon. About the same moment that the turtle person does as well, flexing their big, wide shoulders and arms. And you notice they have a quarterstaff in their hands as well, that they're just kind of holding at ease. If Malachi were with you, he would recognize the 3 of them instantly, but Malachi isn't actually here right now. You tried to wake them up. You knocked on the door and told them, hey, it's about time. You need to come down. But Malachi kind of drank himself into a stupor last night and is currently sleeping one off. Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure I saw them grab someone and bring them up to their room. It was. Yeah.
It's
It's gonna
entirely
be a
possible.
long day for them.
Yeah. So they're not here. However, Xaz, living in Coltrast for a while, you would also recognize these three individuals.
Yeah.
The large turtle person is currently known by the name of Sensei. They are a martial arts master who has a dojo in Coltrast City. They are well known as being a senior conclave researcher, field researcher, and they live and reside in Coltrast City. The elf you recognize is somebody you haven't really interacted with much, but you definitely know who they are. It's Corin Hassan, the major domo and chief counselor of Baron Edmund Coltrast. He basically runs the city of Coltrast for the Lord. And then the third, of course, is your own mentor, Falderal Fucklerall.
As I see and recognize Falderal, Xaz would probably kind of run up to greet them, kind of, what's the word? Unable to control himself or themselves.
Sure.
And just go,
Falderal, hi.
Xaz?
Yeah, hi.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be in the mountains.
Yeah, I got lost.
You got lost?
And yeah, these fine folks helped me and found me and were kind enough not to kill me or push me off a cliff or anything.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you all, I suppose. Hello there. My name's Falderal. This is Corin Hassan, His Excellency, whatever, and Sensei. We're with the Conclave, as I'm sure you all are aware. We've been sent here to look into something of a mechanical nature.
Oh, yes, it is us that found what you were looking for, actually. I'm sorry, I'm a little taken aback. I was not expecting to meet you. I've heard a lot about you from my good friend Malachi. They talk about you all the time. Aye.
Where's Malachi? Malachi's here?
I do not know.
I think they're sleeping with someone.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that sounds like Malachi, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Corin. Corin steps forward, the high elf. Yes, well, Malachi's mother asked me to deliver something here, saying that her son was lollygagging here in town. And as he's saying this, he reaches into his robes and pulls out a small parcel. Where is Malachi? You said he's sleeping one off or sleeping with someone?
One of the others. Hard to tell.
Maybe both.
Draven. Oh no. Draven's brain's totally short-circuited at that. They're having a little moment how they're like, no, it's fine. It's fine.
The high elf just kind of rolls their eyes and gives this really, really long sigh. Well, that's my grandson for you, I suppose. That one is always in bed with something or someone. Fine. Well, to business.
Yes, sorry. Do you need us to take you to the mayor?
No. This is Falderal speaking up. No, actually I would prefer to go and see the site. We don't have much daylight left, and I would prefer to see actually everything that I can as quickly as I can, get it fresh in my mind. We don't need to see the mayor. They have no real handling of this from this point on. They have officially, and as he's saying that, you can see the high elf reaching into their robes and pulling out another thing. It looks like a manila envelope folder that they open up and begin looking through as Falderal speaking. Mayor Hargrove has given the Conclave full range and access to any and all equipment that were found here. Officially, things are technically owned by the Barony of Coltrast. However, Lord Edmund has signed an official document stating that the Conclave can do the research and take possession of whatever equipment that is down there. So we will be going ahead and doing that. And he points up to you, Draven. You look like you're a fairly strong lad, aren't you?
I do some lifting, thank you.
Yes.
He's super strong. He's awesome.
Okay.
Blush.
Well, you and Sensei here can handle the lifting. I'm going to be doing the thinking along with Corin. Corin, I suppose you're going to want to go talk to the mayor while we're doing this? Yes, I suppose I should go and do that. Official duties and all that. But you two go on ahead with the Conclave, or with these Pathfinders here. I'll catch up. The gnome shrugs and looks at Sensei, who hasn't said a single thing this entire time. Just kind of gives a nod and a little bit of a bow, and Faldral says, "Okay, let's go. Come on, chop chop."
Okay.
You
Pulls out
lead.
notebook.
What's that?
I'm pulling out the notebook and taking everybody's names, and adding them to the list.
Two of them are characters from our previous campaign, the Debauchery Circus, and another one is an NPC that we've brought up a few times, who's actually been in a couple one-shots here on the network as well. Anyway, so you lead the two Conclave members away from town to that ravine where the actual tunnel is located. You do notice that there are two different guards watching over it from the last time you were there, and you watch as the gnome and the turtle person goes up and kind of talks to him a little bit, makes sure that nobody has been down there since. Once that's confirmed, the turtle lights a torch. Falderal nods his head and says, if any of you have some torches, go ahead and light them up. Let's go and take a look at this thing.
By the way, as we were walking to the place, whether Falderal was interested or not, Xaz was showing them all the cool stuff they found along their travels.
Yeah, absolutely. You spent that time showing, and Falderal's kind of been like, okay, yeah, interesting. Oh, okay, but the entire time he's been walking in with very much a purpose.
Yeah.
As you're going down,
I assume that they're not interested, but
it's not that they're not interested. It's more that they also have work to do, and they are of a singly focused mind. So, as you're walking down the tunnel towards the actual workroom that you had discovered down there, Falderal does say, so you ended up getting lost in the Mistfire Mountains and ended up running into these individuals?
Yeah, well, so there was a forest, and you see there wasn't really a clear path on. I pull out the map that's kind of badly drawn, so there wasn't really I didn't know where to go from here because that tree didn't exist, and then I kind of went over around here and.
Well, but you knew
I don't
the
know where I
cave was somewhere around here on the mountain. You ended up on the. Where did you end up? Where did you meet them at?
I don't know.
He looks up at the three of you, Kikiro, Draven, and Maiko. Where did you find Xaz at?
I remember there was a cliff
Yeah, I don't quite know the area. Unfortunately, I'm not from around here. I can point a general direction, but I don't quite know specifically. We were traveling, following a pathway to find Zormunder, the guy responsible, and it just kind of led us in that general direction.
Was I supposed to go east or west here?
I mean, you left from Coltrash. You were supposed to go south and east until you got to the mountain range and then climbed up the mountain range.
Yeah, I think I went north and east. I'm not sure, though. I don't have a compass.
But we're directly south of Coltrash. That doesn't make sense.
They look at it and then flip it upside down. Oh! I get it now. The map was upside down. I get it. I was okay.
You just see Sensei shaking their head.
There's a reason I got left behind by the Kobold clan, right? It's because, well, I got lost trying to follow them too.
It's okay. Directions are hard. You're good at many other things.
Yeah, I can summon molten metal.
That is terrifying, but yes, you can, and you do it well.
Is Matt muted? Yeah, Matt is muted.
Yeah, I am muted.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Anyway, so as you make your way down into the tunnel and actually get to the lower base where Zormunder and his crew were working, you find it's pretty much the way you left it. There is the large contraption connected to a table through pipes and wires and stuff. There's the forge that's been set up. There is the remains of the digger that you all kind of half cannibalized and pulled things out of, as well as the broken down and destroyed, much larger mechanoid that you had fought down there. Falderal, as he sees this, his eyes just kind of go wide. And he gets really, really excited as he goes running around, looking at literally everything.
I think Xaz would probably do a very similar thing, because this is the first time they've seen something like this as well.
Draven's trying to have awkward conversation with Sensei. It is going very well.
Yeah, Sensei seems to be kind of the quiet type, almost the same way Maiko is the quiet type, because they were played by the same person. So Sensei just kind of stands there and smiles, and whenever you ask something, they either like bow their head or kind of not shake their head a little bit, almost like what's the turtle from Kung Fu Panda?
Oh, seafood. What is his name? Crap, I can't remember. My brain broke. But I
you know who
you're
I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so kind of in that same vein of just very smile, nod slowly, shake their head, no. Kind of.
His name was Oogway.
Oogway.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I had to look it up real quick.
Anyway, so since you're seeing this for the first time as well, Xaz, why don't you give me a crafting check or an arcana check, either or.
And get the +1 bonus from crafting, right? With the eyepiece? Or do I have to do something to get that?
That's an interesting question. Let me read what it says again. It's mostly there to give you assistance when you're making things. I know that. That's kind of the wording of it. Let me see here. You get a +1 item bonus to crafting checks. Yeah, just When you get a +1 bonus to crafting checks.
Right.
So that's an item
Let's-
bonus, not a circumstance bonus.
Item bonus. Is there a difference, or I'm not entirely sure?
Yes, there are differences between item bonuses and circumstance bonus because different bonuses don't stack. Like you can't have 2 item bonuses that work in synergy, but you can have an item bonus and a circumstance bonus that both add in. Does that make sense?
Interesting.
Vaguely. Next question is, specialty crafting gives me stuff. I need to read it.
Well, if you you can also equip the crafter's eyepiece on your character sheet, and it might give you the bonus automatically.
Oh, equip it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
1. Okay. Sorry, I'm still learning Foundry and Pathfinder.
You also need to toggle investment.
Investment?
Yeah, there's a little diamond next to it.
Oh.
Because it is an invested
Okay.
item. Now you can have, I think, is it 6 or 10 now?
It's 10.
10. Thank you.
Yeah, it says
you-
10 on the sheet.
So you can have up to 10 items invested.
Alright. Yeah, I don't think I would have my specialty crafting, because it would be blacksmithing stuff that I get that.
Yeah, so not quite the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Oof. 10.
Ouch. Yeah. Oh, it did apply the crafter's eyepiece. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Xaz, I'm not gonna lie, this thing is ridiculously complicated. I mean,
Yeah.
ridiculously complicated. You've never seen anything like this in your life. It's bizarre. There are certain things that you recognize, the gears, switches, levers, and that sort of thing, but like how this is all coming together and how it does anything is like totally beyond anything you've experienced. Now you've seen Falderal making guns and stuff like that. You've seen you've yourself kind of worked a little bit as a blacksmith, learning how to make different things, but like this is complex beyond anything you've ever seen before. Now, Falderal, for his part, spends quite a bit of time looking over everything. You all kind of just watch and wait for about an hour or so as he's just kind of looking over everything, opening doors, examining things. Eventually, he turns around and he says to you all, "This is, without a doubt, the most impressive machinery I've seen. There's parts that remind me of things my uncle, Lohim, messed around with a good 40, 50 years ago, but that was just playing around. That was just an experimentation. This is beyond anything I've ever seen before. It's impressive." And the report I read said that a gnome made this, correct?
Correct. He seemed to be part of some. I don't quite know everything about it, but it seemed like they were part of a gnome society with like a queen ruler and working for her and doing stuff for them like that.
Yes, indeed. Well, there is, of course, the Gnome Kingdom.
I've never
What's your
heard of it.
evidence? What is your evidence of that?
Well, I believe we delivered everything to the mayor, but there was notes and things that we found that were burnt that made mention of it, and we managed to salvage bits and pieces of the letter. So they talk about her in those.
Well, Well, there is only one gnome nation, and it's actually a very new one. It only is really solidified in the last 10, 15 years. It's called the Gnomon Confederation. It sort of kind of grew up after the wake of the breaking, when the Darwin Empire was split in half. Half of it kind of pushed itself into the southwestern hemisphere. The other kind of pushed it more northwestern. And so the two nations were split. And with the turmoil of everything that happened, by the time everything kind of settled down again, they declared themselves independent of the Empire. I'm actually originally from Morag, which was the capital of the Darwin Empire. I know it well. So I was a little surprised when I heard about what they were doing, but...
Yeah, I'm very curious as to why they were in this very specific location. And also they were all wearing this necklace, and I'll pull out the necklace that had the little cogs on it. So I don't know what it signifies or anything, but they all had it or had something like it on them.
Falderall will hold his hand out for it.
Yeah, slowly give it to him.
He examines it, and you see he kind of has this complicated set of goggles that he wears on his forehead. He slides them down and starts messing with the lenses a little bit, flicking between them, almost like how an eyeglass maker or an optometrist has different things, so they kind of flip through the different lenses. That's kind of what he's going through right now. Flips one, looks through it, flips through the next, looks through it. Finally, he removes his goggles once again, and he says, nothing really significant about this. It's just metal poured into a dye. Nothing magical about it. Nothing that really gives any indication of what it does. But if you say all of them were wearing them around their neck, that makes me at least think that it had some significance to them. What was the name of the man? Zormunder.
Zormunder, yes.
Unfortunately, it's not a name I'm familiar with. But then again, I hadn't lived in Morag for probably 10, 12 years before the breaking. I haven't really gone back since. I've stayed here in Coltras, so don't know everybody. But I feel like I would have at least heard of somebody working on something like this.
Could it be a cult or something growing in the underground?
He looks over at Sensei, who shakes her head slightly and gives a bit of a shrug. This is going to take some time. I'm going to need to actually take this apart and really get a good look at it. He looks at you, Xaz. How do you feel about playing an all-nighter, kid?
To help you take this apart? I would love to. I'm quite curious about what it does. It looks spooky.
It's unique, to say the least, and these contraptions down here, he kind of bangs his hand on the digger. Based on what I'm seeing so far, this looks like an experiment of some type. Based on the report that I was given that you gave the mayor beforehand, they were using this to dig out different parts of things that were down here and eventually broke through the surface. And if they were planning on testing out that bigger one over there, a combat model, I don't know. I need to talk to Corin. You all, he kind of looks at the rest of you. You don't need to hang out here if you don't want to, but I'm planning on spending the rest of the night down here. If you run into Corin, Corin, he said he was going to meet me here anyway, but if you happen to run into him, just let him know that I could use his brain as well.
Understood. I will not let you down. If I see him, I will send him your way.
Okay.
Do we? Okay.
Oh.
Very awkwardly leaves. Like at the. Okay.
Before you leave, I'm gonna kind of walk up to you and hand you a marble and just go, in case we don't see each other again. To remember me.
Oh.
And then I go skip over to the contraption.
A single tear. I have a friend. I'm keeping it forever. Fashion it into a necklace.
Maiko can help set that into a necklace, probably.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I'm sure she has plenty of makeshift jewelry that she's whipped together.
Perfect. Oh, we've never hung out just the three of us. Oh, let's go.
Absolutely. So, you don't have to leave if you don't want to. You could just stay here and watch. But if you want to, you can head back to the city.
At this point, Draven's just kind of seeing what the others want to do, because this is a little out of his element, so...
Yeah, Maiko isn't super interested in the machine, so she's not too inclined to want to stick around.
Kikiro is similar, and being underground is uncomfortable at best.
Then I will follow them.
Not only that, I feel like Maiko's seen enough of this room anyway.
That's true. We've spent so much time down there.
Okay. Well, you all make your way back towards the village once again. You return to town, or the village. It's not really a town, but anyway, you return just after sunset. The street lights are being lit up, and that sort of thing. People are heading back to their homes. You have run of the town. You don't see Corin as you're making your way back. You don't know if they're at the mayor's office or heading in that direction and you just didn't cross paths or what. So, with that in mind, Pathfinders, what do you want to do with the remainder of your evening?
This is the most, this is fully in character. I think it's just real awkward silence. And just,
Do you guys like to do things? Hobbies?
Yeah, shoot, I don't know what we... Okay, so didn't we have other, missions we could have chosen from? Like, I wouldn't mind maybe if there were other ones, like, kind of look those over and see what we want to do next. Because I don't really need to do any shopping or anything. I don't think any of us do. We just did all that.
no, there were a couple combat-y ones, but if it's just the three of us, do you think we should?
Well, I mean, I wasn't necessarily thinking, actually go out and do them. I was thinking, let's sit down and look them over and maybe kind of discuss. Yeah, I don't remember what all the downtime stuff is that we do. Trying to find that now.
That's fair. You can go ahead and look over the other jobs. They are on the wanted poster out in the center of town. The two that you see currently, there is a troll hunt. Woodsman loggers have recently reported seeing a troll skulking around the woods with a pack of giant spiders. You can earn 50 gold pieces for that, plus an armor rune that the woodsmen have donated. The other job is there is a basilisk that's been sighted on the beach, not about a day's journey out south of Woodpine, near a gigantic statue of Ilmentris that washed up on the coast. You notice that Morblint is asking for its eyes and as much blood as you can bring back. He's willing to pay 25 gold per undamaged eye and 1 gold per quart of blood that you can harvest. The mayor has also donated an additional 25 gold for, public safety.
I kind of like the basilisk one because I feel like that's.
Oh yeah,
But
Draven
not for the three of us to go, mind you. No, because I don't want to do that.
I feel the same. But
I agree.
I don't think the three of us would be equipped to do either of these. Just the three of us without Malachi.
Listen, with our rules, I can't see how anything could go wrong. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think we're the three that have collectively the worst luck with rolls.
I mean, again, I can always go try dancing again. Maybe I can make us some actual money this time and not.
Sure. Sure.
I think this time you're actually going to kill someone, though, if you do that.
I mean, killing someone's always an option.
I mean, I guess it's always an option.
True.
But
I'm trying to think what Draven would do in a situation like this, because I'm kind of torn. I want to help, hang out with everybody, because I really haven't had a chance to get to know Kikiro, or Maiko. Yeah, no, we really haven't hung out. But he also wants to do right by Falderall, so he kind of keeps looking for Corin as we're walking, keeping as sharp of an eye out.
Okay. Make for me a perception check.
7. I keep getting distracted.
Yeah, you just keep getting distracted. Not so much about the things in town, you've seen it all before, but just trying to interact with your friends and figure out what they like to do and that sort of thing. You just spend that whole time going back and forth between them and are really unable to pay attention to much else.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And that right there is why we're not going after her.
That's fair. Well, you can always just head back to the inn and check in with them the next day if you want to. That's totally fine too. You do have to pay for your room this evening. The mayor did say they were paying for one more night for you all, but that was it. So let's take a look at what things cost there. Yeah.
Can I try to dance for for the room rate? get be entertainment and maybe get either get a discount or essentially a free room.
Well, it's 3 silver pieces for a 2 bedroom. So, make a diplomacy check. See if you can talk your pal Magaloy down.
Oh, perfect. I got a +2 in diplomacy.
I believe in you.
Great. Oh, 18, not bad.
That's not bad. What is Magaloy's? Yeah, you talk to you talk to them a little bit, and yes. Well, you did help me out a little bit with that bar brawl and all that, and I appreciate that. So why don't I give your group a 1 silver discount for all that? You don't have to dance. You don't have to dance. I don't want another repeat of the previous evening, but just for your help, I'll give you a little bit of a discount.
As she's talking, Maiko was like kind of getting in a pose, like she was about to kind of start dancing, and then just kind of you see her like shoulders just slump, like, oh. Okay, well, I'll take the discount. I appreciate it. And just kind of, I'm longingly looking over, like, I really, really wanted to, but you know, I'm gonna respect her. I'm gonna respect her request to not.
Yep, absolutely. But for a 2-bedroom, that's going to be 2 silver pieces. There are 3 of you right now. Well, Malachi is, Lord only knows where Malachi is at this point, probably hiding from you all.
I mean, I'll buy the 1 room. I mean, I feel like we could all bunk in 1 room. I could always turn into a fox and go sleep on a pillow in the corner or something. I don't take up much room.
I'm fine with whatever. That works for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, that sounds good.
2 silvers?
Sure. Yep.
I'll get it this time. Boop. And paid.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's broken somehow. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you pay for your room. You have a pleasant night, and by the time you get down into the common room for breakfast the next morning, you do see Falderal sitting there with Corin, Sensei, and Xaz. Now, before we get into all of that, Xaz, you spent an extremely long evening with Falderal, so you are going to be taking exhaustion here, I think is the thing. So we're just going to go ahead and apply that to you here.
And what is exhaustion in this game?
I'm trying to remember what all it does. It's fatigued here.
Fatigued.
Yeah. Yeah, it's technically called fatigued. You're tired and can't summon much energy. You take a -1 status penalty to AC and saving throws. Can't use exploration activities. Yada, yada, yada.
Alright. That sounds awful.
It's not fun, that's for sure. But you spent your evening working with Falderal. And it is very interesting what you find. I would like you to make another crafting check for me.
Okay.
Please roll good. I want to impress him. Yay, 23.
There you go.
The second look over this thing really, pops some things out for Xaz.
Your token keeps breaking. I don't know why. So yeah, you spend your entire evening working with Falderal. At first it starts out that he's just asking you to hand him things, But eventually, Corin does show up. He tells you all a little bit about that. He sat down with the mayor and kind of learned a little bit more about what was going on. The mayor gave him the documents that you all found, those burnt pieces of paper and that sort of thing. And so you hear a little bit of the conversation that goes on back and forth as Faldral works on these machines and starts taking them apart and trying to understand them. Corin and Faldral collaborate a lot about it. They have a lot of long talks about the subject of what this thing is, how it works, and that sort of thing.
Mm.
By the end of the night, or by the end of the morning, or I don't know how to describe time like that. I'm stumbling over myself. But anyway, by the time the next morning rolls around and Faldral decides he's finished and ready to head back, he has a running theory. He thinks that the device that he has been working on, the major one, is used for summoning and drawing out an essence that he describes in a lot of big words and a lot of mathematical structure between back and forth with him and Corin. But eventually, you'll go cross-eyed and not quite sure what the hell's going on, and so they have to dumb it down a little bit. They describe that there is a substance in the universe called Æther. It is the foundation and fabric of reality, but it also exists in a metaphysical level. Spells and magic derive from Æther, as do a person's soul. A person's soul is made up of Æther. Every living thing has some type of soul, they explain to you. Humanoids and people with large consciousness tend to have much bigger more complex souls, but everything has a soul in and of itself. Even monsters. Based on what he's discovered from taking apart this machine, the big one, the siphoning one, it seems like it's siphoning out the Æther and storing it into something. He's not quite sure what at first, and you guys haven't. Nobody gave up the chambers that they found, so he only kind of describes it as a long cylinder, possibly made of a translucent substance, possibly glass, possibly something harder, that would collect and store Æther from a living creature and store it in there. Based on the design of the receptacle and based on the components that he's seeing and a lot of the rune work that's inside the machine that he has Corin translate for him, he tells you that he's relatively certain that the dragon wormling carcass that is at the bottom of the cavern, that was the soul that was used for the larger contraption. Based on the description that the Pathfinders gave of how it fought and things like that, and the way it worked, Faldral's fairly convinced that they drew the Æther soul out of that dragon wormling, and then used it to power the mechanoid, the larger of the two.
Ooh. Interesting.
Xaz is kind of making notes about the machine and everything Fodral is saying in a small notebook. Just best they can.
Yeah.
Kind of like they're like,
So they're putting souls into robots or little mechanisms. That's cool and terrifying.
That is what it seems like. I mean, just based on the designs of this, it would siphon Æther out of a living creature. You see here, and he shows you like the big basket-like contraption with all the wires that are on the tubes coming off that leads onto the table. you would have to strap down a creature onto this table here and affix that into their head, and these wires and probes here would go digging into the base skull towards the spinal column. Once you turn it on here, this crystal here would begin the leaching process. And these magical runes and circles that are here inscribed on the inside of this would start to draw things through it. This chamber here looks like it has a receptacle, like it's a receptacle, like you would plug something into it to collect everything that you're drawing out. And then over on this machine over here, it has a similar size one in the center of it, and everything that we took out seems to be connected into it. That's why I think it's a power source. Now, how conscious that thing would be, I mean...
I was gonna ask, I wonder if consciousness is stored in the soul or the body. Would the creature know it's in the contraption? Would they just be dead?
Is it like it's being possessed, or there's a ghost inside the metal?
It's a good question. Is there a ghost inside the machine? I don't know.
Heads explode.
Yeah, Xaz, to be honest, I'm not quite sure. What do you think, Corin? Well, it's certainly a theoretical possibility. And he begins talking in a much more metaphysical kind of way. Make for me an Arcana or a religion check, Xaz.
Yes, I will do that. Do I have proficiency in either? Probably not. Oh, I do have proficiency in Arcana. Look at this. I'm a smart little kobold. 21.
21,
There you are.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, it's a little hard to follow, but you're getting the gist of it. With that 21 there, or 23 there. No, it is 21. Yeah,
21.
21 there. You are getting kind of the gist of it. Corin postulates that is it theoretically possible for a soul to be conscious outside of the body? Well, there are documented cases of spirits coming back from the netherworld, from the other side, and speaking of their experiences of being conscious in a different form, and even when they returned to their body, they still had memories of being there in a similar form of themselves, though their body was still on Loroupa. He theorizes that it would be different. A monster has a different consciousness than a humanoid does, and while you can like cast spells and speak with animals, and they have a rudimentary intelligence, the intelligence of the soul would be based on the intelligence of the creature. So something like a rat or a dog, which is what Corin's current working theory might have been on what the digger was, probably wouldn't be that self-aware. It might notice that it moves different and kind of reacts different if it has a consciousness at all. It's entirely possible that the consciousness just kind of feels itself existing in a structure that's just feeding off of the power. He's not sure whether or not there's like any senses in the machine, and Falderal kind of spends a lot of the remainder of the evening or of the morning like fiddling with the head and the body and the neck area of the contraptions. But y'all did a really thorough job of jacking those things up and ripping things apart. Because remember, Malachi wanted parts from it. So by the end of the morning, when like Falderall's tired and wants to go back to the inn to rest, he tells you that he's not 100% certain. He has no way to know for sure whether or not the thing that was inside the capsule that was powering the machine was conscious or not. He has no evidence to say that it was moving in any way other than what the clockwork mechanisms in the brain were forcing it to do. He does point out that, like, the mechanisms inside the creature, the mechanoid's head, is massively complex. It's like, have you ever seen pictures of the original computers? These were just gigantic clockwork things that worked by cranks and stuff like that. It's kind of like that, but much, much smaller. Massively complex. This was built with, he's even a little bit afraid to take everything apart right now without taking it with him and mapping it out. So he's actually taken out the head, like just removed the head of the larger construct completely, and is currently having what's her name, Sensei, carry it back to town with you. He tells you that he's planning on actually working on it to determine just how complex the mind of the creature would be, or the mechanoid would be, but he can't say for certain right now. But he does say that this, even if it's not conscious, which he's not 100% sure of, even if it's just being powered by a soul, that's extremely powerful, extremely dangerous magic being pushed into an also extremely powerful and extremely dangerous construct. The walk back to Woodpine and the conversation that you have over breakfast is mostly a discussion of why would a new fledgling country send somebody to another country to test these things out. So, Kikiro, Maiko, and Draven, when the three of you come back downstairs, Malachi still hasn't appeared yet, but you do see the four of them, Xaz, Faldral, Corin, and Sensei, sitting at a table with that big head on the table, just sitting there. Faldral has a mug in one hand and is tapping the head with his spoon as you all approach. And the last thing you really hear him saying is, well, look, if they are actually, if this was a test run, I would call this a field test. And if this is a field test, there's only one reason anybody would send out a field test, is that they're planning on doing more of it. They're planning on, they wanted to see how it would work in a specific setting. And if that specific setting was a success, which one could argue it certainly was, that's all one needs to begin more production. Remember how I had to... Oh, and then he looks around. Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
We got ahead.
I see that. Very
Well, we're
impressive.
not ahead of the Zormunder, but we got ahead. 2 words. Yeah.
Good job. I'm so proud of you. You did so good.
I'm exhausted, but
Oh.
it's so cool.
So it sounds like they're building an army.
Well, I was just saying that usually whenever you're building new tech or researching new tech, the first thing you do is you test it in a closed environment, someplace where you can control all the circumstances. Once that's a success, you then test it out in the field. You go somewhere else and test it under less confined conditions to see how good it does. After that, if that's a success, that's usually when you start, mass producing. Now, come sit down, have some breakfast. Corin, I think you had a couple questions for them. Oh, yes. You all found the scraps of paper that Zormunder left behind. You also saw the ship that he was traveling on. What direction was it going?
Away.
I believe it
I was about to say, who had the
south.
best sights on it? Because I
I
don't.
was gonna say, I think I had the sights on it.
I've written down in my notes it was heading south away from land.
Yes, that sounds correct.
South. Interesting.
We apparently didn't write that down.
I'm surprised I did.
Well, we have information saying that the illustrious queen gives construct test apro, soldier gives full, unremarkable fishing V, that's probably fishing village, and soul siphon and containment. These are the words that were on there. Now, given everything I know about this, one would assume what the illustrious queen is giving is probably permission. That would go along with construct test approved. APRO would probably be approved. Now, there is only one place in Loroupa that currently has a queen, and that is the Noman Confederation. If that's the case, we must discover what the Confederation is up to. It's far too dangerous to allow them to just show up in a country's border and start messing with things of this nature. This could very easily be considered an act of aggression. And yes.
Since the Conclave is a neutral party, do they already have an establishment there, or is that something that's going to be a little trickier for us to get there?
Actually, we do have a presence in the Confederation. Unfortunately, our Conclave outpost was on the eastern side of Morag, so it did not go along with the Confederation during the breaking. However, in the last couple years, we have made headway in forming a small field office in the capital city of Nomengard. Given the fact that your group is already familiar with these things, and that many of you, if not all of you, have taken on work for the Conclave, would you be interested in some more work?
Of course, yes, definitely. That's what I was tasked with doing, and I am happy to serve and assist however I can.
Love a job.
Yeah.
We're going to need somebody to travel to Nomengard. Bad news is that could take upwards of a month by boat.
Oh.
But here's the good news. The Conclave doesn't need to travel by boat. Corin,
Draven laughs with him, even though he doesn't know what he's laughing at.
You're going to tell them you're going by boat, and then they're like, we got a month to prepare, but they're actually there now. That's, Fodderall, you're something. You're impressive. I need to learn a thing or two from you.
Well, you aren't a member of the Conclave, Xaz, and to be honest, I was kind of hoping you would come back to Coltrast with me to work on this object.
That, honestly, I was going to ask you if you needed me, because I would like to understand this.
As would I.
Did they put a dragon in this? Is that what you said earlier?
That's what it seems like. It seems like they put the soul of a dragon into a construct, and that's horrifying.
Yeah.
That is horrifying.
I was going to say cool. Yeah, horrifying works as well.
No, that's scary. I have a lot of knowledge with ghosts and spirits and things of that nature. You shouldn't tamper with somebody's soul like that. That's gross.
I was just thinking about like a mechanical dragon that flies around.
Now that would be cool, but
That
the
would
soul
be cool.
thing, no.
This,
Well, although that does sound interesting and cool from one perspective,
sorry, I just really like dragons. I'm sorry.
but from another way of looking at it, if they can do that to a dragon wormling, what would happen if they put somebody more conscious in? What would happen if they put a person in that machine? Ugh.
No, that's not how it's supposed to go. The soul moves on to the next plane, and Jorun deals with them and helps them along their journey. That's how it's supposed to go. That's not right.
Well, if you're encapsulating a soul and using it to power a machine, it's certainly not going on to the afterlife.
Now
Yeah.
I'm interested. This is personal.
Draven has officially locked in, just like sharp anime eyes. Oh no.
Yeah, so Falderal says, well, I'm glad to hear that. Corin, you work on writing down the information, the contract for the Conclave. You can do that, right? Corin replies, of course I can. I am a notary after all. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out one of those calligraphy desks.
You had that in your pocket.
My pockets have pockets.
You see Xaz's brain just break for a second.
Oh, same. They have the same expression.
It's just like, but if it's a pocket in a pocket, it'd be smaller than a pocket it's contained in.
It's bigger on the inside. Corin says, you will have to travel north to, God damn it, I'm blanking on the name. Port Suliard, I think it's called. Let me look really quick. Really?
Is it on the big map?
It was on the big map, but I updated Foundry and just realized that, of course, the map is one of the things that didn't upload right. So bear with me 1 second. This won't take much. Gonna load. Maybe not. Why is it? There we go. Yep, Port Suliard. It would be where they need you to get to. So it is in the northeastern side of the Barony of Coltrast. I'll pop that out so you can all see it. It's a little bit of a journey. You would have to, like you can see where the roads kind of go around. So you kind of have two different choices. You would have to go past Misthold and around the mountains, but you could make your way up to Port Suliard, which is actually where you would most of you had first met each other and traveled to, and it takes about a week in all to travel there. You would all know this, being from the fact that at least half of you are from Coltrast. And that is a bit of a journey, but Corin does say, now, if you, upon taking this mission, I will assist you by teleporting you to Port Suliard. I cannot do this today. I will need to prepare the spell, but I am willing to do so. If you're willing to give me a couple days, I might even be able to go along with you. I do have some errands I must run here first and go between Coltrast and back again. But if you have any other things you would like to accomplish over the next couple days, you would be able to travel along with me.
Well, thank you. That's such a gracious offer. I definitely appreciate it, and I think we all are more than happy to take said offer. I'm sure Malachi will be sad that we're not going to the capital, or to the big city, but that's okay.
Well, from what I understand, Nomengrad is a much bigger city, and I'm sure you'll find lots of interesting things to see there.
I'm gonna
Seems
need
like
more
a-
notebook paper.
It seems like an interesting place if they're making soul robots.
Or do you want to come with? Do you want to see said soul robot?
I should probably stay with Falderal to understand these creations.
Well, if Corin is planning on leaving in a couple days, I don't mind sticking around and working on this here if you want to go and play with your friends for a little bit.
Oh, now I don't know what to do.
Well, the reason, I just realized it's about 7:30, so why don't we go ahead and take our break? That way y'all can decide what you want to do in the meantime. So everyone, stay tuned. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, and when we return, our heroes are going to make some decisions about what they want to do, and then continue on accepting a new mission for the Conclave. So stay tuned. Howdy everybody, we are back. And when we last left off, our heroes have a couple days to kill because they're going to be being teleported to the port of Suliard on the northeastern side of Coltrast. That way they can hitch a ride over to the kingdom of the Confederation of Noman, and scope out what the heck's going on over there. Let's return ourselves to the table where everybody is sitting around there at the Crow's Cast, and Corin kind of explains to you all what he's contracting you all to do. He explains that this is in fact an official conclave expedition. This is a stealth and reconnaissance mission to the Noman Confederation. You are going to be employed simply as Conclave field researchers looking into the new kingdom itself. You'll have papers identifying you as field agents. Your official mission is vague, just researching the new confederation and what it's currently doing in its capital. That's it. Very vague. But here's your specific mission. You are meant to sorry, I just got tongue-tied for a second. Your job is to go to the Gnomon Confederation, to go to Nomengrad itself, and find out if they're making more of these mechanoids there. If the army is doing anything as far as like bulking up militarily, and just kind of get a lowdown on what the general atmosphere is of the city. They do have researchers there that are employed at the field office, but and you should absolutely kind of speak with them and find out what's going on. But the main mission is to find out what the kingdom is, or what the Confederation is doing with these mechanoids. If you find any evidence of them in the city itself, bring that evidence to the field office, and they'll instruct you further from there. Keep a low profile. Don't identify yourselves as Conclave members if you are caught in any areas that are considered off limits. But your paperwork will open you some doors and allow you some like basic access rights. He'll have a paper written up for you all for by the time he's ready to leave. And he tells you basically you got a couple days to chill here in town. The talk then goes to what you're all going to do for the next couple days, and you had some interest in some of the jobs that are being offered by the mayor. It also put some extra pocket money in your pockets as you head away to Nomengard. Corin does tell you that the expedition itself is going to supply your party with 200 gold pieces as a down payment for this next job. Successful finding of any sort of mechanoid buildup in that area, anything that does indeed confirm that the government itself is behind this, any evidence in that nature will give you a bonus of an additional 200 gold on top of just the completion of the mission with it, which is also 200 gold. So in total, you could get up to 600 gold for this job. A nice hefty sack of coin when you think about it.
Yeah, it's 600 each, right?
You're adorable.
600 each.
You're adorable.
I mean, that's what I heard.
You're going to be very disappointed when they pay you.
Can I do a diplomacy check
To see if what?
To see if we can get get that each?
Sure. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check against level 18 Corin.
Wait, hold on.
You know, I could just fireball here.
Is it just Corin that's here?
I mean, Corin is the one who's writing up the contract. He is the conclave notary, after all.
Because I do have group coercion, where I can use my intimidation instead. But no, I'm not going to. It's level 18. I'm not going to have a chance.
No, go ahead.
Your current character is going to get killed by your old character.
Oh no.
I am 100% down for this. That's funny.
No, I'm not. I know there's no way I'm going to be able to to succeed in that. Even if I got a nat 20, there's no way.
You never know. But if you want to make your diplomacy check, go ahead.
No, because I'm with my luck, I'm gonna get a 1, and we're gonna get less. So I'm good.
Oh, so you're not. I mean, I wasn't trying to intimidate you out of making a roll by telling you that. I was just reminding you that you all were pretty damn powerful at the end of Debauchery Circus.
I know. That's why I'm rethinking my my decision.
I mean, but from your perspective, he's just a skinny twink boy elf.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine,
this
I'll
dude-
go with the thumbs.
This dude couldn't do nothing to you.
A 4. See, I did really bad.
But you didn't nat 1, which is all that matters.
I'm gonna like chuckle at the end of all of it. Like, you know, I'm just kidding. I'm not.
Yes, I think not. 600 gold pieces is quite a large amount of money for what is essentially a recon mission. Given the nature of it, there is that bonus, and if you do find any evidence that they are in fact building up these sort of things to be used as a weapon, a substantial bonus will be given as well. Well then, it seems you have a couple days to do whatever you want to do. At which point, your group, the conversation turns to what do you want to do? And there were a couple jobs that were up for offer. Which one were you planning on going to?
I think we're gonna take up the basilisk.
Okay.
There's a basilisk? That's spooky. I don't know what that is.
It's a friend with no hands.
I don't get it.
There's at least one asterisk that should go on friend.
At the mention of a basilisk,
You know what you do with...
what?
You know what you do with friends, guys? You know what you do with friends? You look them directly in the eye.
Yeah, that's how you make good first impressions.
Yeah. When we meet our friend, we should all look them directly in the eye and say hi.
Corin says, I hope you're joking. If you're planning on going after a basilisk, you absolutely should not look at it in the eye, or directly at all for that matter. Things could be bad for you.
Oh, did it not like being looked at, or are they shy?
It will petrify you.
Oh. Well,
Do
Like
What-
scare me or turn me to stone? Which petrify?
Turn you to stone.
Okay. Well, actually both then.
At the mention of the basilisk, Sensei says, oh, that's interesting. I don't suppose you would mind if I join you.
no, please, I would be honored.
I'll leave it mostly to you. You can collect your reward, but a little backup never hurts. She kind of flexes her very large, muscular arms.
Is a basilisk that
Okay.
hard of a fight? Sensei, you look very strong, and judging from the stories I've heard, you are strong.
Like I said, I won't participate unless I have to. But just in case it's a little too difficult for you. Given that Malachi hasn't shown their face yet. And she kind of gives a little bit of a chuckle as well.
I guess he's real interested in there. They're having a really long, in-depth conversation up there with whoever.
Oh, we
the other
should go
night.
right now. And leaving.
In depth is a word.
In depth is
Literally and figuratively.
Uh-huh.
Uncomfortable.
Oh, lovely. And my map is gone for this one, too.
Perfect.
I can fix it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Falderal,
Yeah.
do you think I could get a gun? Can I have a gun?
You want one of my
Here.
guns?
Well, like if they're specifically yours, I guess not. But like, I would like a gun. It would be nice.
Well, I only have the ones I have on me right now, but make for me a diplomacy check. Let's see if you can talk him into letting you borrow a gun.
I hope you do better than I did.
I'm. Ooh,
He's
23.
very responsible.
I'm a-
He's good. He's
I'm a
trustworthy.
charismatic kobold as well.
Apparently.
Look at my face. Just you can't say no. It's like a puppy. Just big eyes, just kind of sparkling a little bit.
Why the heck is it not coming up? Yeah, with that 23, he says, okay, I guess I'll let you borrow a gun. Malachi is running around somewhere, so he's not going to be able to help you, but you're going to have to give it back. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, it goes bang.
In your inventory, you now have a +2 greater striking frost dueling pistol.
Uh-oh, this is a lot more gun than I expected.
That you have no proficiency in.
Is it not a simple weapon? No, it's a martial. Well,
I can't see how this would go wrong.
just you see the kobold's eyes go wide, and just a big smile comes across their face as just visible excitement covers them. They are unable to sit still for a little bit.
Falderal puts his hand over the gun and then looks up at Sensei and says, make sure Xaz doesn't kill any of them. And also you, I'm sort of kind of regretting saying I would lend them this. Do not let it out of your sight. Do not let anybody else touch it.
I will not. I will take so much care of this thing. You won't regret this. I promise.
Drops it immediately. Oh,
I'm immediately regretting this.
I just envision him holding it up and just absent-mindedly aiming it at people.
No,
Finger on the
trust
trigger, of
me,
course.
I'm not gonna do anything wrong with this thing.
They're just kind of holding in both their hands, just looking at it with wild anticipation, just like.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, you have a cool gun. We'll see what you do with it. But you are all heading to the southern beach. You have something you want to say before you head out?
Yeah. Do I have ammunition for the gun?
Yes. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
It has 6 bullets in it.
6 bullets. Got it.
I think
Just making
is what
sure.
it says. Let me double check that.
Oh, good. That's only 6 times that he could potentially shoot. one of
That's.
us.
say that's martial weapon.
It is a martial weapon.
I think I could actually use it because I am proficient in martial.
I am too. I get a +4 to martial. I'm trained.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
was-
No, it's a reload 1.
It's,
Yeah, it's one shot.
Yeah, so it gets 1 shot. So he will give you 6 bullets.
6 bullets. All right.
Yes. Yep, so you have to reload it after 1 shot. It is a dual
Right.
pistol. Anyway, yeah, so you are going to be heading to the south to you basically follow the coast for about a day. You all do have to stay the night out there to get there early enough the next morning. But you follow the coast along the beach, heading along in the southeastern direction away from Woodpine. You see the statue of Ilmentris long before you see anything else. It actually is very, very tall. It's about 40 feet tall in total, and is half buried in rock and debris and sand sticking out from the southern tip of this area of the beach. Once you see that, you all know that somewhere around it, that basilisk is hanging about. You don't know where exactly. You're kind of far out right now, but you know that it does exist and it does hang around this particular area. So my question to you all is, what's the plan here now that you are within the region this thing lives? How are you going to approach, and how are you going to deal with it?
First and foremost, I'm going to immediately have my shield and sword at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna draw my new gun
Oh, God.
and probably channel elements.
I'll probably have my short bow out.
Okay.
There we go. Have both those up.
I have no equipment, so I will be the way I am.
That's fair.
Looking around.
Well, you all can start advancing. I suppose somebody should probably give me a perception check, whoever's leading this approach.
All right. I guess I'll take points since I got the shield. They can hide behind me. 14.
14. You continue on moving in a southern direction to right about here. With your 14, you would be able to see a creature that is sitting there on the beach, kind of curled up at the base of the gigantic statue. So I'll go ahead and show you where that is on the map. You can see this creature is... It's kind of long and almost lizard-like looking in appearance, and the its scales kind of blend in a little bit to the rock that it's currently sleeping on. It appears it's just laying there, sunning itself on this rock, and currently hasn't really made any motion towards you. I would like everybody to give me a stealth check, please.
Oh. That's fine.
Oh, can
I'm a
Can I
sneaky
use-
kobold.
I use a hero point to re-roll mine? Because I
Nah, you can take my coin. Save the hero points.
take your coin.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no. I want to save the hero points. You can go ahead and use it.
Okay,
All right,
there
and
you
is-
go.
And the coin is a re-roll, right?
Yes, the coin is a reroll.
Yeah, I just don't want to take a nat one. I would. That 25 is much better than the nat one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you. I appreciate it.
Well, I need to put on Sensei as well. Let's get a stealth check from Sensei.
It appears that once again, I live in the medium-low teen range. 10 to 14, my bread and butter again this week. Ugh.
Is that
Goddamn.
a 43 from
Jesus.
Sensei?
Yeah, that's nat 20 for a 43.
They vanish.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Pardon
that
me?
Sensei quite literally just disappears, and you just hear that quiet voice. You all go ahead and try your luck at it. If you need me, I'll be back here just watching.
He did all right. Since I did all right.
I've dealt with ghosts, and that is the scariest thing I've ever heard. Let's go.
Okay, well, so here's my question. You are currently down here. The creature, you can see it. It is a total of about 100 feet away from you right now. Does not seem to have noticed your presence. So my question is this: how are you approaching? Are you just going to start charging up until you get in range of attack? Or are you going to try to get in and get yourselves into a different position?
I think more that. Try to stealth and be smart about it. Let me see.
Yeah, because if I'm reading this correctly, I have to be within 60 feet for my short bow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I
take a penalty for shooting more than 60 feet.
Yeah, you do take a penalty for shooting beyond that.
It's a minus
Yeah,
2 per range increment.
okay. Yeah, and I definitely would want to make sure that I'm close enough to not take a penalty.
Well, Maiko, with that 25, you can go pretty much wherever you want to go on this map because the critter ain't going to see you. So feel free to position yourself. Kikiro, you as well. You are very hidden, even though like you're on the beach and all, and your feathers kind of stand out. You like pull your cloak over your head, you hunker down, and yeah, the creature is not going to notice you at all. So you are able to position yourself pretty much wherever you'd like to as well.
The rock.
Okay.
Is this a large rock right here that I'm next to?
It is a large rock, yes.
I need to actually move a little. Okay, I'm kind of hugging this rock. Wait.
Okay. Now, let's see, Xaz. You're also very stealthy. You can position yourself where you would like to as well.
I think Xaz would try to stay next to big guy.
Oh.
Because Xaz doesn't want to get hurt by the basilisk.
Okay,
My
so
friend, lead the way. I follow you.
Well, I was gonna have you lead.
yeah, they're kind of hiding behind you, Draven.
Okay.
Now, Draven, you can move your full movement, which is, I believe, 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But then you are going to be spotted.
Okay. So that will.
Unless you want me to move, but I feel safer next to you.
Aw, that's very sweet. I want you to. Draven would want you to stay safe wherever you need to be. I will pull focus.
Oh, just lost John.
So.
Okay, well, move yourself, your 25 feet, John, real quick.
Try and it's for some reason not. There we go. Lost connection.
Oh, you lost
Cool,
connection?
love that. Yeah. We're coming back. It was literally just 25 feet ahead. If you're able to move me, I'll be back here in a second. There we go.
Okay. So that's where you are. Xaz is kind of hiding behind you. And in that moment, as you're getting close, as you're moving closer, you're kind of clinking in your armor. And the basilisk looks up and hisses. And so I need everybody to roll for initiative. However, because quite a few of you are actually being stealthy, you can use your stealth as your initiative roll. So you can either choose to roll perception or stealth, those of you who succeeded on your stealth rolls.
Be using stealth.
Is that another 43?
Yeah, that was.
He's so fast.
Sensei comes in and just ends it first off.
Just
I wish they
strikes
would.
twice, and Basilisk is gone, and he's like, "There, I took care of it for you."
Well, as Sensei said, they're just gonna stick it out and watch, unless you need some help. Looks like I need Draven's.
Sensei, we need help.
I need Draven's initiative roll, which is going to be perception for you.
Oh, I rolled it. It's 17.
Weird that.
Oh, did it not? Hold on.
No, I
Maybe
can
it
fix
rolled
it.
it
It's no big
differently.
deal.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you made a perception check instead of rolling
Wah,
for
wah.
initiative.
Yeah,
Anyways.
that's. Oops.
How do I do this?
If not, I can just re-roll it.
Why do I still have the treat wounds immunity on?
I have no idea. You can click that off. Yeah,
I'll go ahead and do it. It's fine.
go for it. And I'll just manually change it. Yeah, you rolled a 17.
Yes.
I mean, I think that would still put them in the same turn order.
It basically did,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start things off here. First person actually in turn order is Sensei, which really should not surprise anybody. But Sensei is just gonna hang out, like they said. They're gonna watch and see if you need any help. They're there to help if they need to be, but otherwise they're just gonna observe you all. Call it a trick. Call it just observing to see how good of a job you all do. So that's going to be their turn. Next up is the Basilisk. Now, the Basilisk saw Draven. That's it. So they are going to be using their first action to stride. Movement speed. Moves about 20 feet, charging towards you, Draven. It's going to use its second action to do the same. And its third action to do the same.
So quick.
That's it for its turn. Next up is Maiko.
Okay, well, Maiko is hiding, but let me check. Oh, ooh, I don't know what I just did. That was not.
I have no idea what you just did either.
Mako,
I was-
did you just blow up? Just
I was-
self-destruct?
I'm
What?
trying to measure. I don't know what I did.
Maiko cast
Giant
bomb.
Maiko.
Help! What did I do?
I'm not sure what you did.
I have no idea.
I've never seen that before, and I can't like click on it or anything.
I don't know what I did. I'm breaking it. Oh wait, I did measurement controls, I think, instead of.
Yes, you did. I figured it
I'm
out.
sorry.
You're good now.
Okay.
Wow.
So
I didn't know you had that in your back pocket. That's terrifying.
I know.
I didn't know that either. So Maiko blows up, and no. Anyway, so I'm still within 60 feet. It looks like. So I am going to.
Looks like you're 65 feet away from it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because when I measured, it says. Oh, I'm measuring from the one in front of me. Fine. I'm going to take a step forward.
Fair enough.
And then I guess shoot 2 arrows at him, unless you'll just, give it to me.
Give you what?
Like, give me 5 free movements.
No. Why would I do that?
Because you're a cool and awesome DM.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, I want to see if I can kill somebody before Dyto comes back.
It's gonna be me.
Alright, here's the first one. And unfortunately, I don't get my stealth bonus. That's a 12. Probably does not hit.
12 is not going to hit.
And here's my next one. 11 doesn't hit either.
And 11 is
Alright,
also
well, yeah,
not.
I failed. Sorry, I tried.
No, you step out from your cover, you take 2 shots in rapid succession. 1, 2. They go flying in an arc and land in the sand right near the creature. Draven, you're up next.
Alright. I'm going to. Seeing that it's charging me, I'm going to go more defensive, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Infectious Enthusiasm. To give myself a +1 bonus to attack rolls, will saves, charisma based, and also give an ally the same thing. So I will go ahead and give Xaz that +1 to their attack.
Nice.
And then I will raise my shield for protection, which should also boost Zaz's AC by 1 as well.
Okay, I like it. Why does it always say that characters are dark? Anyway, Xaz, you're up next.
Yeah. I'm still fatigued, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. Can I put that on myself? Okay. Just so I remember. Well, you see, I have this cool gun. And I have a monster charging towards my location. So I'm gonna kind of pop out from behind Draven's leg, level the gun at the creature, and take a shot.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I should probably put ammo on you. Give me 1 second, because it says no ammo right now.
Yeah. I didn't know how to add that, so I didn't.
Will it let you shoot even if you don't have it on there?
Sure it won't.
Okay, so let me do that then.
Can't wait for this to go horribly wrong.
Right.
I mean, what could go wrong? You know absolutely nothing about shooting a gun. First time probably ever holding one.
Second time I held Malachi's.
Oh, yep, you're right. See, so you're already a pro. You've held it once.
Yeah.
You're pro.
And that Infectious Enthusiasm spell was just Draven giving you like lots of praise. You're the smartest. You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see what you do.
I'm gonna shoot this guy. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah, you are.
I've got a gun. Awesome.
I'm so proud.
Ah, that's why. I was looking under the wrong thing. Okay, I guess not. Work. There we go.
You seem to have a board on my sheet.
Okay, you should now be able to use it.
All right, let's fire this gun.
And I get a +1 status bonus, yes?
For what? Oh, yeah.
Infectious enthusiasm.
To shoot my fun little gun.
Absolutely.
Kaboom!
Oh, damn. Use a hero point, please, for the love of
Please.
all that is good and holy. Use one of our hero points.
You said you were shooting between my legs. I need you to use a hero point immediately.
Oh, and I just saw that Delioth has redeemed a villain point for me. I will absolutely take that.
I do see that there's a hero point redeemed as well.
Yep, I do see a hero
from
point.
one River
There-
Dragon.
River Dragon has
Wonder who
also
that is.
redeemed a hero point. That's good. So now we're up to 3 and 4.
Oh, put that back at 2 because Junior re-roll that. We all demand that you re-roll that.
That is fair. Go ahead and re-roll that.
You don't even have the option.
Yeah, it feels like I don't have a choice in this. Alright,
Just
oh,
roll,
that's so,
please.
that is so funny. A 10.
That's at least a little bit better.
Hey, that's fine. That doesn't hit me. We're good.
Well, so the good news is that the gun does not misfire, which is exactly what was going to happen on a nat 1. A 10, you're aiming the gun and it's like a quarter of your size, and
Yeah,
or
it's-
actually, wait a minute, no, you're both the same size as Falderal, so it's not that it's too big, it's just big and unwieldy, and the kickback from it, boom! The gun goes off, it hits the ground like halfway between Draven and Maiko right here, and then immediately the whole area just frosts over a little bit.
Maiko suddenly looks really worried because that was looking like it was aiming at her.
Yeah.
Oh, my shoulder.
Remember the first time you fired a gun, Junior?
Oh,
Yeah, it's not fun the first time.
No. So there you go.
Alright.
That was one action. If you want to reload
Yeah.
it is another action.
I will attempt to reload it. Do I know how to reload it?
Yeah, you know how to reload it.
Okay.
It just takes an action to reload.
Alright, just making sure, like, they paid attention that much.
You do know how to reload it. So you got one action
That's
left. What are you doing?
Yeah, I have a -1 to the second fire. I think it's smarter for me to not fire it the second time. So
I mean, you do you, bruh.
I know.
no, please don't. You're shooting between my legs. Be smart.
It's a
Do
question
we have
of
a-
do I
we have
play
a
my
poll?
character, or do I play my what I would do? Like
The difference.
it's difficult.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I also
What?
saw this. You're technically within 30 feet of the basilisk.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Do I
a
have to
creature
make a
with,
save?
within 30 feet of the basilisk that can see starts its turn. So this should have actually happened before you fired off the gun, even.
Oh.
So I need you to make for me a fortitude save, which I think I can force you to do it. Hold on.
Fortitude is my highest, funnily enough.
Yeah, because since you started your turn within 30 feet of it, it's got a petrifying glance.
Yeah. Do I click the fortitude thing in there?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
All right. Oh, I have a -1 bonus to my saves, don't I? That's
You
fun.
do. You do.
It's still a +8. For an actual 20. For a 28.
Okay, good news. Yeah, you critically succeeded, which, let's see, does it do anything for a critical success? Nope. So yeah, you see the basilisk, nothing happens, you fire your gun, it goes off, you load it again, you still have 1 turn left.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
do a elemental blast, I think. Xaz really wants to fire a gun again, but they're gonna have another chance later. So is that the melee one or is it the ranged? I cannot tell. Oh, 16 to hit?
16 does not hit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's Pathfinder's annoying.
You send a blast of fire towards the creature. It goes right over its head. That's it for your turn, buddy. Next up is Kikiro. You're 40 feet away, so...
I'm not 30 feet away from it. But I am 30 feet away from here, which is where I'm going to throw my Flourishing Flora spell.
Interesting. Tell us about that.
So, from the beach, a big cluster of flowers just instantly grows in this area.
Nice.
It's within the 30 feet. You can place it. So with all those plants growing, that basilisk needs to make me a reflex save.
I'm trying to find something good I could put down to signify that.
Wait, you don't
They
have a
do-
little flower icon?
Oh,
They
you
do
got-
kind of instantly then dissipate. They don't
Okay.
stick around.
Fair enough, so I don't need to do too much. I will have that dude make that reflex save. 13, that's a failure.
Failures. Sad it's not a critical fail. But 5 poison damage is damage.
Gonna take that 5 points of poison damage. Not dazzled, unfortunately, but still takes the damage. You got
Yep.
one action left, I believe.
Yep. And for my last action, I'm gonna go ahead and toss up my glass shield.
Good call. Okay. You throw up that glass shield. You get yourself ready to go. At the beginning of the next turn, Sensei just calls out, "You're doing great," and otherwise does nothing.
Thanks. Thanks for all the help.
Thank you. It's my first time firing a gun. It's embarrassing, I know.
Yeah, maybe not do that next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim towards it, not in the mid, yeah, not around it.
Let's see here. Okay, I think the first thing it's going to do... Ooh, what do I want it to do? So Draven is the one that it was charging towards initially, because that's the one it saw. Suddenly a bunch of flowers appeared around it, and now it's kind of looking back and forth. We'll see whether or not it's intelligent enough to figure out that the current threat is Kikiro, or if he's going to continue on with the charge. So I'm going to make it make a intelligence check or a wisdom check. Yeah, wisdom check. $22. I'm going to say that with those flowers springing up and poisoning him, it turns around and looks back and forth, whipping its head about, and focuses its attention on Kikiro. It is then going to move a total of 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, and 20 to right there. And it's going to come, as it's charging towards you, it levels its head, its eyes widely open, and it stares directly at you, Kikiro. Which means I'm going to need you to make a... I think I did that wrong. But anyway, I need you to make a fortitude saving throw, please.
That's so good.
Oh.
Oof.
That's a critical failure there. You do technically have 2 hero points left.
Mm-hmm. I'm real tempted to use one of them because
I mean,
it's...
please, dude,
like
it's a basilisk.
And that one
Go
is
ahead.
real bad.
Yeah, go.
So
Yeah,
I'll use one of those
go for
hero
it.
points.
Go ahead and use that that
Reroll.
hero point. It's taking it
Still
down
probably
to 1.
fails.
Hey, Arkopixian just redeemed the hero point.
Oh.
How do you know?
Oh, crazy! Isn't that weird?
Strange how that works.
I know. Well, I guess you're back up to 2 hero points. That's not too bad, but isn't that weird? You know who else just redeemed some villain points? That guy, Scruffy Wanderer, who just redeemed another villain point.
I have 24K. Don't get me started on this.
And
I
players
have
can only
110K.
players can only redeem once a day, though. Okay, well, good news is...
Can I redeem all the ones I didn't redeem before?
No. So good news is you did not critically fail, Kikiro, which is important. So you are going to be now slowed 1. You're, you feel your body becoming rigid. You're having a hard time moving. You look down, and the tips of your feet are beginning to turn grayish. And that's terrifying. That was its 3 actions. Maiko, you're up next.
Okay, well, I mean, I really have... I have to go closer, so... Yeah, I'm gonna move to there. I think it was right there. Let me double check that measurement to see if that's where it was. I was trying to... Yeah, okay. So that puts me in range. I'm gonna... Let's see, I'm gonna shoot him with a short bow. 13, I'm assuming misses.
13 does miss.
I'm gonna shoot him again. 16?
Also
I
misses.
think that misses. Ah!
It's got some
that's
AC
it.
on it.
Yeah, it does.
2 more arrow fires and some movement. Unfortunately, you're just not able to get to even touch it. Draven, you're up next.
I'm gonna turn to Xaz. You stay safe. I got to get in there. And I'm gonna take.
Don't look at his eyes.
Will not.
And I'm gonna do my 2 actions to move up there, up to him. And then I'm gonna try to strike.
Okay,
Do I need to make a save if I'm in the aura,
well,
or does it have to look at me?
I'm looking at it right now. So the trigger is a creature within 30 feet of the basilisk the basilisk can see starts its turn. So technically you are out of the range before you moved up?
Cool.
It's
Okay.
just down. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything that contradicts it. So yeah, I'm going to go with it.
Sweet. I told you, I'm stuck in the mid-range. 14 for life, baby.
Yeah, 14, that is a miss.
Don't feel bad. I've been missing too.
Is that it for your turn, Draven?
Yep, that is my turn.
Okay. Xaz, you're up next.
I have a question. Am I able to like break up a stride between actions? Like,
No, you
move?
cannot.
Well,
It's not 5e, buddy.
yeah. Well, you know.
It should be. It should work.
That's completely unfortunate for me.
It is.
I mean, if we had a really cool DM,
Yeah, we're playing Pathfinder. We're playing Pathfinder rules, buddy.
Yeah. So I will not do what I was going to do because I don't really want to start my turn in there. Oh, I do have a decent.
Well, this
enough
is the start of your
fortitude.
turn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I don't want to start my turn inside of its radius.
Fair.
Don't worry, Draven. I won't hit you.
Oh god.
famous last words.
Another 10.
Another 10.
Hey, what do you know? It hits this time.
Yeah, definitely does not.
I missed.
Man, should have gone after the trolls instead.
Seriously, we should have.
Uh,
Hey, Sensei, we could use that help.
Just because we can't hit, we're not dying, but none of us can get land a single hit. Ugh.
Think you could like wear him down a little bit?
I will use my last 2 actions to do Fire Elemental Blast this time.
Ooh.
That's 60 feet range.
Okay.
Still multi-attack penalty. Oh, natural 20 for 22.
Hey, that does
Nice.
hit.
Yeah. That is a critical, yes.
A nat 20 is technically a critical, yeah.
Alright. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. What do I get for doing it? 2 actions?
Just hit the,
again? I think
the critical button.
Yeah, I don't know if... Is that adding my, Because there's a certain bonus I get for it being 2 actions instead of 1.
Yeah, you get to add your Constitution modifier to damage,
Yeah.
which then
That's-
also gets doubled.
Does not look like
I
it
don't know if
added
that's-
it. It does not look like it added it. It looks like it just rolled a 2d6.
Well, my Constitution bonus is a +3.
Okay, so I'm going to add the additional six to that, so for a total of 16 points of damage.
Nice.
See, I didn't hit you.
I believe in you. You did so good.
It cries out in pain, being burned by that blast. That it for your turn?
Yep, that's all 3 actions.
Kikiro, you are up next, which means, unfortunately, I need another saving throw from you. I'll pop that into the window for you.
Oh, yeah, that works. I'm already slowed 1 anyway, though, so.
Yeah, I guess this one doesn't actually make it any worse, does it? Now that I'm looking at it. So it doesn't matter either way. It's the other one that actually makes it worse.
That's probably a failed save.
It is a failed save with a 15, but you are already slowed 1, and it doesn't look like it increases anything. So, So you're good.
Which is good, and it is within 30 feet of me. So I'm going to take the chance to use my Tempest Surge. Only 2 actions this time.
Nice.
So it's going to need to make another reflex save.
17 just failed.
That's a
Nice.
failure. Hell yeah, so it takes the full 5 damage, but is also clumsy too for a round.
Hey, nice. Is clumsy
Hey,
2? I'll add that.
It's better than nothing. Hey, I think
He's
you're
so
the only one that's
clumsy.
consistently hitting. So there is
True.
that at least.
Keep it up.
Yeah, that clumsy 2, your movements become clumsy and inexact. Clumsy always has a value. Take a stats penalty equal to the condition value to the dex-based checks and DC, including AC, reflex saves, yada, yada, yada. Okay. That is it for your turn. Oh, no, that was 2 actions, so you still got 1 more.
I am slowed 1, so I only
That's
get
right, so you only get the 2. That's right, yes. Okay. That's it for your turn. Next up is Sensei. Sensei is going to peek their head out, and they are going to make... they're going to make let's see, what is this called? Yeah, she is actually making a lore check right now. You all can't see this, but I just rolled my 3rd nat 20 with Sensei.
There.
Sensei is lucky.
Some work over there.
Yeah, Sensei's gonna say, you're doing just fine.
Thank you. I missed my second gun shot.
That's gonna be it for their turn. Next up, we've got the Basilisk. Well, technically, yeah, Draven is there. Kikiro, I'm sorry to say, it is intelligent enough to recognize the fact that you are already beginning to be petrified. So I'm going to need you to make another Fortitude saving throw, please.
Sucker.
That
Nice.
is a success. You manage to hold yourself together, focusing your will, averting your eyes as that creature's head spins towards you, and you are not affected by it. That pisses that creature off. Fortunately, Draven, you are right there to take in some of that ire for its 3rd attack, or 3rd action, I should say.
Perfect.
I don't like that roll. I think I'm going to go ahead and use a villain point to re-roll it.
You can't do that. That's impossible.
I can do that. I've got plenty. Does a 32 hit?
Jesus.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't actually. I'm God now. You're welcome. It does.
AC of 40. Big bad Dungeon Master.
Now, here's my actual question. Is that a critical hit?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Because
Yeah.
it would be 28, so. Give me the damage.
22 points of damage. Angrily, this creature turns its head and just snaps its gigantic jaws onto Draven, biting deeply into his side, and just rips a chunk of flesh away.
I've felt worse.
This is like that scene in Holy Grail. It's just a flesh wound.
Exactly.
That's it for the Basilisk's turn. Maiko, you're up next.
Well, seeing Draven take that big of a hit, Maiko is not happy, but unfortunately Maiko can't do much other than try to shoot again, because I can't even get within range. So I'm just going to shoot again. That's going to miss.
Yep.
17?
Also misses.
God dang. Okay, well... Yeah. Yeah, there. That's what Maiko does.
Yep, that is what Maiko does. 3 shots with your short bow, and you're just kind of you're basically pin cushioning the sand around Draven and the Basilisk.
Sensei! Ow! Tell me how to hit, please! What do I do?
Sensei is going to poke their head out. You need to aim.
Thanks!
Aim and you shall hit.
I didn't try that.
Draven, it is your turn, so I'm going to need you first of all to make that that save again, which I will put up in chat.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
27.
Definitely a success. You are good. What do you want to do?
Oh, okay. So
Hit him.
first,
Kill him.
well, we're gonna try. I'm gonna try to speak the words to stoke the flames on the flame sword or smoking sword.
Okay.
And then second action, I'm gonna try to hit it. Please hit. I need you to. Nope.
Wow.
17.
You're trying
Bullshit.
so hard. Your sword is burning. You swing and just miss right along the side as the creature jumps back away from you.
Fine. Just go ahead and raise the shield for the last action. We're good.
Okay. That's it for Draven's turn. Xaz, you're up next.
Now would be a good time to actually hit it with your gun.
It's a pretty badass gun, I'm not going to lie.
I'm sure. If it would actually hit.
Oh no.
Now you see why I had no problem giving it to Xaz. I knew it wouldn't make any difference.
I should have asked him. Yeah, I should have asked him to to let me take it, or somebody with better martial skill.
Yeah, I will remind you, Maiko, you do still technically have 2 hero points left.
I know, but I don't want to drain them all.
Xaz, you back with us?
They are having audio stuff.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like, okay.
They're back in chat, or they're back on video anyway. Xaz, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
Wait,
Welcome back.
where's that playing out of? Sorry, my audio's still messing up.
Huh, weird.
Alright. How about now?
I can hear you just fine.
Nope.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Can you hear me, Junior?
Is the volume on your headphones turned up?
I think my headphones died.
Uh-oh. But can you hear us?
I'm trying to get it to play on my computer speakers, but I don't know if there's speakers somewhere. I can hear you, but very
Barely.
Yeah. Testing, testing. Can you hear anything?
Hello, can you hear us?
Okay.
Can you hear us? Might have to go around you.
There it is. Hi.
Are you back?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
welcome
figured-
back.
I got it. Wow.
Good job.
Yeah,
So proud of you.
My earbud I used for this died, and I don't know where the other one went.
Wild. Well, it is
I
your
know.
turn.
Yes, it is. I hope there's no echo. I had
You're
to
good
play
right
this
now.
on my. There's a wire in front of my camera. All right. Yeah. My turn. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Sorry. Sorry about all that.
All good.
It's within 60 feet of me. I don't really want to go towards it. I'm going to use my 3 actions to use magnetic opinions.
Hmm.
Is that pinions? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Pretty much I get to
pinions.
make 3 attacks against this. They don't get the multi-attack penalty,
Mm-hmm.
and they each do 2d4 damage, pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm guessing this guy's not made of metal or wearing metal armor.
You can safely assume that, yes.
Yeah. 16 misses,
Yep.
10 misses,
Oof.
17 misses.
Wow. That were
But-
3 depressing rolls for you, buddy.
Yeah, and it's
Hey, welcome to the club. I did the same. I have not hit this thing once. At least you hit it once.
yeah. That also gets rid of my kinetic aura, because it is a overflow, or whatever it's called. Yeah, overflow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Xaz is gonna be like, I tried.
Okay. Next up is Kikiro. Kikiro, at the start, is it at the start of your turn the clumsiness goes down by 1, or is it the start of their turn?
At the start of my turn, it goes away entirely.
Goes away entirely. Got it.
Because it's 1 round duration, which ticks down at the start of mine.
Got it.
Cool. So with 2 actions remaining, my friend just took a real big hit. So we're going to go ahead and spend a couple actions on a heal for them.
That is valid.
My 2 action heal, rolling the healing, it'll be a d8 plus 8 with a max roll.
Nice.
There you
Nice.
go, Draven.
Yes.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Have some health.
Take that.
That's so aggressive. I will. Okay.
That's all my actions.
Let's see. Trying to figure out how, if you lose the petrification thing yet, but it doesn't look like it.
I think it said it lasts for a minute.
Yeah. Yep, looks like it. Okay, good to go. Next up is Sensei. Sensei's going to say, I feel like you all could use a little bit of training. You should have been able to do more with that last round. Very well. Kind of sighs a little bit.
I'm sorry we disappointed you.
What is the range of this? Where is your movement, Sensei? It's going to, Sensei is first going to move 55 feet. So that's what it can do. 5, 10, 15. Let's see. It's going to put it just within range. It's going to be throwing a dart at this creature.
Is that a 40-day roll?
Yes.
Sorry, I gotta be in awe of everything they roll.
Definitely going to take those 14 points of damage.
I imagine Sensei just sitting there yawning, like just so like
Yeah.
lazily, just like barely even throwing. Like this is how you do it, guys.
Technically, it's just out of the range increment, but it's taking a -2, so it technically rolled a 38.
Is that a 38 they just rolled?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to correct myself.
Last action. Okay, that's going to be. Oh, wait a minute. I also forgot. That's 38. That should have been a critical hit. So I need to redo that. Should have been a critical hit. So there's the damage.
Jesus.
And it dies.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it for them. Last action, they're going to move back just a little bit. 5. It's going to look over to Xaz and say, "There, I softened it up for you."
Thank you. This gun is just, I don't think it's rifled or something. I don't know.
Yeah, next up is the Basilisk.
And it's gonna go after Sensei.
No, actually, it's really not. It's kind of injured now. It's a little bit fearful. It's definitely going to turn its petrifying gaze on Draven. So, Draven, I need you to make that Fortitude saving throw.
I failed this time.
That is a failure. You are slowed by 1.
Okay.
It is then going to use its last action to bite at you. Does an 18
That will
hit?
miss. It will miss.
Oh. Do I want to use another hero point or villain point?
Up to you.
I've got 4 of them.
You do.
You do
I
have
feel like
4.
I feel like I should go ahead and use one. I just really want to.
Yeah, kill
Do
the heart of the
worse.
team.
Do worse. Do worse. No. No.
30. Yeah, that's
Cannot
definitely gonna hit.
listen.
That will hit.
Is that critical?
And- yeah, because it's 10 over 20.
No.
28 points of damage.
And Draven is down.
Draven
No,
is
Draven.
down. So that drops you down to, is it right before the Basilisk now? God, I'm blanking
Yes.
on. Yeah.
Yep.
So it goes right you go right before the Basilisk does.
Cool.
Maiko, you're up next. You just saw Draven fall down to the ground unconscious after another huge bite from the basilisk.
And I really wish I had anything that would give me advantage, but I don't. So I'm gonna have to shoot at him again because I can't see what happens. Does a 22 freaking hit? Please
Yes,
tell me
a 22 does
God.
just hit.
Then that's max damage. Give him 6 points of
Did you
damage.
say just hit?
Yeah, 6 points of damage to the basilisk. He is definitely looking bloodied now. Pretty hurt.
Alright, I'm gonna try it again. Nope. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. No. Okay. Yeah. No. I hit him once at least.
Good news is that Ashley N just redeemed a healing surge for Draven. This is going to go directly to you. It's 2d4. Draven, you feel the gods looking down on you in favor as you go unconscious, and you're. I don't know why that was from the basilisk, but you're going to heal that 5 points.
Oh, well, thank you.
The basilisk felt bad. Felt bad for what he did, so he healed you.
2 crits
I'll
in
take-
a row. I
I'll take
deserve
5
this.
back.
Xaz, you're up next.
Yes. I'm gonna look at Sensei and go, should I shoot the gun again or should I?
Do whatever you feel would be effective.
Wow, that's profound. I'm gonna kind of sigh, be sad, and put the gun away.
That's the mature thing to do.
And it's like, and I'm gonna channel elements again, and as part of that, I get to use a 1-action elemental blast. So that's fun.
Nice.
Please roll good. He doesn't listen to me, but
You still got 2 hero
Wait,
points.
doesn't that elemental blast give you like a plus 10? That it just doesn't say. It just you're told when you took it.
It doesn't say in the stat sheet anywhere that gives me that, but it does give me that.
Yeah, it definitely does. I remember reading something about that somewhere.
I didn't.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing, but good looking out.
I'm gonna do a 2-action elemental blast now. Or, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. 8. I'm gonna look back at Sensei like, I think it's the same thing either way, I'm not gonna lie.
Do better.
It's just so... It moves a lot.
She just sighs dramatically. Kikiro, you are still technically in that range. I'm not going to make you roll that again because we've already decided it doesn't do anything additional.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and Raven's back up. I don't have another heal in the pipe, so we're gonna go ahead and use another leveled spell and cast Thunder Strike
Nice.
on this guy. So he needs to make another reflex save. Those have actually been working pretty well so far.
Not that time with a 26. Ooh, I rolled a nat 18.
But it does still get to take half damage.
Okay, half that damage.
Better than nothing.
It is better than nothing. I didn't take it. Okay. Yeah, it's looking severely hurt right now. Its eyes are kind of wild now. It's looking like it might be frenzied a little bit. Not actually, but you know. Sensei, seeing this, is just gonna cross her arms, but hold her action. So they are holding. She is holding her action right now. Draven, it is your turn. You are lying prone.
Half. I will stand up for half my movement, and then I'm Angie. I'm gonna hit.
Certainly try.
Go. I hope so. Please, it's a +9. Give me something.
Oh, there you
28.
go.
There you go. That's gonna hit.
Finally, someone hits.
All right.
Hey, I hit once.
I mean, I hit once too.
And we're
then
also
it's
proud
gonna
of
be
you.
15 damage.
Wow. 15 points of damage with that smoking sword that's still on fire, I guess.
Oh,
Draven, tell
Oh,
us
nice.
how this looks.
I think this thing, since it's like in a frenzy, isn't actually going to see Draven standing up. It's going to be that like silhouetted and just a quick little, and cuts the head right off.
Absolutely. You slice the head right off, slightly cauterizing the wound as your blade goes through it. The creature screams out one last time and then drops to the sand, dead.
All right, we need to collect the blood from this quick.
Xaz starts applauding and just going,
Yeah! Good job, Draven!
You hear Sensei call out, "Well done, everybody. I knew you had it in you. Very proud of you."
We didn't disappoint Sensei.
Oh, we
Well, at least
definitely
not
did.
Oh.
She walks over to Draven and places a hand on your shoulder. Draven, I need to tell you two important things.
Of course.
First off, when the monster was attacking you, you forgot to duck. You need to
That's
remember
what I-
that.
Thank you.
Also, when that thing took that last bite out of you, I was really disappointed. You fall all wrong.
It's my posture. I know. I'm working on it. I'm so sorry. It's
But-
just I'm carrying everybody's stuff.
Come to Coltress sometime. I feel like you would do well at my dojo. I'll teach you the proper way to fall.
Thank you so much, Sensei. I appreciate this, and I won't let you down next time.
But well done, everybody. You did beat the basilisk. So there is that. You were able to chop off the head without taking out the eyes. So whoever is the best with your survival skill, go ahead and give me a survival check to see if you can extract both of those eyes.
about survival. I don't know.
Could I use
mean-
medicine? Could I use medicine instead?
Yeah, I'll allow medicine instead.
I was going to
Doing
suggest
so.
we take the whole entire head and just drop the head off. Like just hand the head over.
That's not a bad idea.
I'm gonna let them figure
mean-
that out while I'm gonna heal myself for just a second. Hold on. All right.
It does
Yes,
take
keep
about less than a minute for Kikiro, almost a minute for Draven, but eventually the slow petrification you're beginning to feel fades away.
Light on my toes again.
Good.
Thank
I'm
that.
gonna reload the gun real quick.
Please don't. Please
I'm
don't.
not gonna fire it. I'm not gonna fire it.
Yet. And just go.
Am-
I like this. I want one.
Am I able to recover any of my arrows, considering most of them didn't even hit?
Yes, you absolutely can. You can get all of them back.
I'm guessing I'm not able
Now I
to
got-
recover the bullets.
No.
Yeah, just making sure.
But in all, you are actually able to gain about 8 quarts of blood out of the basilisk.
Sweet.
Or actually, that's what I needed the survival check for. So somebody give me a survival or medicine check. That's your maximum.
Oh yeah,
Do
that's right.
medicine, because I think I'm better at medicine than anyone else is at survival.
Yeah, I'm trained in it,
I'm
but I'm
fairly
not.
confident in that.
Yeah, I've got +1 in both, so.
I give
With
you a 26.
With that 26, you can definitely get those 8 quarts out, no problem. So you now have in your inventory a basilisk's head and 8 quarts of blood that you can bring back to Morblint, which is where we're going to be picking up next session here on the Æther-Tech Wars. Our heroes are going to be returning to town, meeting up again with Falderal and crew, and heading out on their next mission to infiltrate the city of Nomengrad. Should be a lot of fun. Let's take care of some maintenance before we end up. Yeah, in total, you know what? I'm just gonna give it to you. You've got a total of 280 experience points, the 4 of you, for defeating this basilisk,
We're
which
level
is
3?
going to be enough to level you all up to 3.
Sensei awarded us with the experience. That's awesome.
Why did Sensei get? Sensei should not have gotten that, but it's okay.
Thank you, Sensei.
Well, the recipients are those 4. I just happen to be clicked on.
You know, it just said Sensei gave it to us.
Yeah.
I want to. You know what? I feel like Sensei did. I feel like even though Sensei was disappointed in us, they also wanted us to do better, so they gave us some experience, just out of pity and to help.
Sure, why not? Let's go with that. But you've all leveled up to 3. Well done. Build up your characters. You'll be able to play with that next session, which is going to be in 2 weeks' time here on the Random Rhapsody Network. So, well done, everybody. Whether or not you impress Sensei is kind of a dice roll, but you did defeat the basilisk. You're coming home with a little bit more money in your pockets, and you have a interesting new mission to head out on. So, all in all, well done. And thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Come back in 2 weeks to see whether or not I managed to kill this group of Pathfinders as they try to infiltrate a brand new location. It's gonna be a blast. Now, as always, I like to go around the table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. Draven, why don't you go ahead and go first?
Yes, I'm John. I play Draven tonight. Always fun, always a blast. You can find me here every other Monday and Wednesdays. Currently a Random Rhapsody exclusive. I will also be in an upcoming one-shot that Random Rhapsody is doing for our Halloween time. It's going to be spooky. I'm excited. But you can also find me at Instagram at CreativePanda88 or Blue Sky at johnpoart.bluesky.social.
Right on. Xaz, you're next.
Yeah, hi. I'm Matthew. I play Xaz the Kobold. I'm a silly little guy. I also, in the Curse of Strahd campaign on opposite weeks, I play a Kenku wizard. So find me there as well. And that's all I am. Or where? All I am. Those 2 characters.
I am a
Just those
kobold
two
and a
characters.
kengu.
Yep,
That
that's who.
sums up my entire personality.
Yep. Sounds about right. Kikiro, you're next.
Right on. I'm Delioth. I play Kikiro here every other Monday, so you can find me here. You can also find me at Twitter or Blue Sky at Delioth Infinite. I have anything else to plug?
Fair enough. Maiko, you're next.
Hi, I'm Brandie. You can find me here every other Monday playing Maiko, the what am I again? Kenku. That's right, Kenku. Not always getting in bar fights, but sometimes.
You're not a
Uh,
Kenku in this. You're
I'm not a
Kitsune.
Kenku. I am a Kitsune. Kitsune, Kenku, you know, they both start with the same letter.
Sure,
Close.
sure.
Pretty much the same thing, you know. Fox person.
We're
bird
both
person.
animals of some sort. Anyway, I don't know what I am apparently, but I am a Kitsune. Where was it? Oh yeah, and then every other Wednesday, the opposite Wednesdays, I am playing Veed in Curse of Strahd. I'm also on all the socials as at River Dragon 82. That's River with a Y.
Right on. And as always, I am Matthew R. Dawson, aka Scruffy Wanderer on the tweets, the instas, the blue skies, and everywhere else. You can always find me here on the Random Rhapsody Network. I run games every Monday and Wednesday, normally at 6 o'clock. We are doing a one-shot here. It's going to be I think, what did we say it is? The last Sunday before Halloween, so that's the 27th, I believe it is. We're going to be doing a special Halloween episode. We're playing Monster of the Week. It's going to be a blast. Dyto, who's been gone for a while, is going to be GMing it. Her first time behind the GM's screen here on Random Rhapsody, though she's played it many times on Lost Caravan. So I can't wait. I'm resurrecting a character I've never played on this channel before, but is actually one of my favorite characters to play. So I can't wait to bring them into Loroupa Prime. So definitely come check us out for that. Other than that, you can occasionally find me over on All on the Table TTRPG. I play some games with them in association with the Transverse. Sometimes I'm on other channels as well. You can always find me by just following me on all of the Instas and whatevers, the tweets and whatnot as Scruffy Wanderer. You can find me whatever I'm doing. So definitely go check that out. Other than that, I just want to say one last time, on behalf of everyone here in the Æther-Tech Wars and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, please don't forget, fight the machine. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.